Do you think there is a connection between attachment and narcissistic disorder?
Yeah, I do. I actually view narcissism as an attachment disorder. I see it through that lens. I see that narcissism is a desperate attempt to connect, to be understood, validated, seen, right? Because they're terrified. And that is how they belong. And I don't know. I feel like the next question might be, so would you put that in avoidant or anxious? And I kind of put it in a category of its own.
Okay, so it's another extreme. It's another extreme. And why you think therapists are working with narcissistic disorder and attachment in different ways?
Social media. I think narcissism has a really bad reputation, and for good reason. I mean, it is very difficult to work with narcissism. But I think that, in the mental health field, I don't know how it is there, but here, it's kind of like when you bring up the N word, it's like nobody wants to touch that. It's just kind of thought of as, oh, that's just something that can't be helped. And I think people depersonalize um narcissists and stop seeing them as human and write them off as just too damaged and can't be helped. And I I think that if we can view that through an attachment lens, we can start to see their desperate attempt to find their place and their belonging in the world. And they just do it in a
Mm.
really unhealthy way. Now, the problem is, at least for me, has been um, I can see it through that lens all I want, but I've never been able to get deep enough in the treatment with narcissism for someone to stick around for the end of it, right? So the minute you start
Yeah.
um, kind of going and talking and processing and getting to the root, like they really understand the work that we do around the attachment wounds. But then when we start talking about how that manifests into today, they have a hard time taking responsibility for that and usually end treatment early.
I've seen these patterns as well. I worked a couple of times with narcissistic, very bright guys. Very, you can see them are very bright, very
Yeah.
beautiful people. They show up and you say, "Wow, this guy." And they really have a very high level self-esteem. And when you start to work and go through the rabbit hole of um, the disconnection with the parents, and they start to look inside them, they
Right.
never come back. They
Right.
run away. Yeah. Uh, is a very interesting thing. The problem is they going to the next relationship. They do a mess over there as well.
Yeah.
Uh, and it's look like the world is against them. This is
Yeah.
my perception about
It makes it
narcissistic.
so tough. I actually had a man that I worked with um who came in. It was a couple, and the man came in and he said, "Oh yeah, I am a narcissist. I have narcissism." And I was like, I've never had anyone just come out and say that. I almost felt like because he admitted that he had narcissism that he probably didn't. I was like, I feel like that should be in the DSM as, you know. Um and I didn't see it for a while, and then it came out. And I thought I thought since he had been able to acknowledge it and recognize it and just be open about it, that meant we could start to do the work on on those behaviors and how that affected the
Okay.
relationship.